Hello everyone. That's what, and I just saw on my YouTube stats and stuff like that. I don't understand how I have a newer version of Windows, but my camera just. I looked at my setting. It looks like this is an antenna TV, and this is a newer version of a laptop, but that's okay because it's not really how it looks. It's what I'm saying in the video that really much so matters. This is very weird. I don't know why the heck it is really irritating me that it's not clearer, but I guess so. You see me, it's my words that matter. I've noticed, I've been seeing my YouTube studio that majority of the people that are watching my videos are men, and I'm getting really upset by this because especially with the last few videos that I made, I will hope that women will watch my stuff. Um, it's not marketing well, even though all colors of women, as I said, I'm energy sexual and I'm attracted to all colors of women. So I don't make videos specifically, as I said on my TikTok videos, I'm not pro black at all. And I know the things that I'm talking is because I did grow up in Chicago, and I was in the public schools in the beginning, so I did read a lot of books. A lot of books that were available were by Melody Taylor and books on racism. So this did become an interesting topic to me from an early age because I'm a very sweet girl, and I just not did not understand why the hell I was in a world that was so evil. And I was told that I was crazy so much from when I was young age. To fast forward everything that I was thinking when I was a kid. Now all these grown ass adults want to say everything that I've been saying, and they want to wake up to things that I've been already woke to since I was a 8-year old kid. So those are happening. So I just will hope that more females will be able to watch my videos. I've been offering, and as I said before, I think it's about time. I don't know really much what's up going on, but I'm ready to sign on a dotted line. I've been offered, things, and for anybody that's watching or whatever, that I am ready to sign on a dotted line because there is no other life for me being on this earth if it's not doing this. So if I have to sign on a dotted line, I don't think it's a sacrifice. A lot of people are not going to understand what I'm talking about, and I'm not going to go deep into that because this is not what that video is about. The title of the topic is called misogynist or gay. And I just really found out about this term this year. I don't really go on my way to find. I do have a dictionary, and I do like learning new words every day. Um, and I just found out this term which states that someone that hates women, and I'm like someone that, and they feel that they're a male that feels that they're better than women and hates them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like super sick, and this is what has come to with the worship of only male gods and having men on the money. It has come to males being so cocky that they find that it's okay to disrespect people and come up with terms like this. And I want to talk about a few things in this video. I'm going to touch a few points in this video today to kind of like talk, so you can have an understanding about everything and why I decided to make videos like this. So I want to also talk about Umar Johnson. I'm not going to call him a doctor because I'm not going to give him a title of a doctor because he's a B word to me. Um, I'm going to talk about that. And first, I'm going to start off by talking about this African male spiritual gifts for any spiritual person. It's like a lot of spiritual women, so I don't understand how you're not staying on this video. Yes, it is very long because there's so much crap that has been happening in my life. And like since I was been born, there's been so much stuff that has happened. And I'm not surprised that spirituality and signs have been coming to me. And just like TikTok, I know YouTube is not going to promote my videos as much. um, they're saying that they want me to get 1,000 subscribers, but they're not allowing me to, and I'm not active on social media all the time to even have 1,000 subscribers, but I'm going to be more active. And I wanted to right now, I'm going to start off by talking about spiritual gifts and what I have been learning about in the past few years, since I've been meditating and learning about these things. So I met this African boy from Uganda when I was 19 years old. And first, before I start, because a lot of people are narcissists and ignorant people, especially black males. As I said, I'm non-racinary, and before that, I'm a Caucasian Caribbean woman. If you don't know what Caucasian means, I don't care because I'm non-racinary and I'm not going to talk about race anymore. I'm tired of talking about race because I like all colors of men, just like I like all colors of women. And I have kids, white girls, so stop putting people in my face. Thank you. Um, so this Ugandan boy, and I'm going to pull up the text as well. that I knew when I was 19. Me and him didn't have intercourse. I never had sex with a black guy. I have not, but I've never wanted to hate anybody. I did used to feel sympathy for them. This is why I used to watch Dr. Umar Johnson, not Dr. Why I used to watch these type of people, and I used to have sympathy for them. But in the last few years of me coming, because I'm in my 21 years of age, I have learned so much stuff lately, and I don't like to even say my age because people think, or especially if you're older, that maybe you don't have to listen to what I'm saying. You might be older, but I'm guaranteed that a lot of things that I've been talking about that you have not experienced. So we're gonna stop with the ages and stuff because you know damn well you don't like to be called an old ass woman. So now let's not play games right here. Okay? That does not mean that you cannot listen to me. Now, this African boy from Uganda, and I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do, that I used to know. I thought he was a spiritual person, meditate. He was peaceful and cool and stuff like that. And then me and him had an issue. And then I moved to Oregon. I left Chicago and I came back to Illinois to visit. And me and him got back reconnected with each other, and everything like that. And this African boy, he told me he was the first person to tell me about telekinesis. One day we were walking, he was like, you know that people can read minds, right? And I'm like, I just didn't know how to take that because my first tattoo is the Harry Potter tattoo, and I love reading books like that, science fiction, and I thought it was just that fiction. I did not think that any of this stuff was real. And so I did not believe him until later, like a couple years later, after I started experiencing when I moved into my apartment. And I started experiencing demonic things and stuff like that. And that's when I kind of started to believe him about what he was saying. And with telekinesis, he just said, and he did like really sick. He didn't like you don't say shit like that without really like explaining things that of course when you say that I'm gonna just instantly think that you're fucking crazy. Um, and that that was just kind of that I didn't even really talk about it or bring it back up with him because I'm not going to stop thinking. Of course, I have crazy thoughts in my head, and I'm not going to stop thinking that because of you telling me this. Um, so he said this, and I really wish at that time I would have noticed that he was a narcissist because of how slick he tried to say it without giving explanation. Like, why do you know this? How do you know people can read minds and stuff like that? And then when I met him again, because after I was messing with the Mexican guy there, I made a couple stories about Mexican people on my channel who put his hands on me. And this Mexican guy, he also was he had spiritual gifts as well. I've had a few Latino people that have come to me in the past and within this year, and they have come to me telling me things that they should not know. I don't know if it's a lie or not. And so I don't take too much thinking to what they're saying to me. And I've also had, I have a Bluetooth speaker, and there was a demon, a ghost or spirit, whatever, that tapped into my speaker and was trying to taunt me. And I'm not making any of these things up. This is why I waited so long to make videos like this. And this is when I kind of started believing him, and I was kind of wanting to see him again because he was the first one to tell me about this, and I was trying to get an understanding to what was happening. And when I saw him again, I told him about what was happening in my apartment. He still was like, he has this slick face look on his face, like something but you're not telling people things, and that really irritates me with people. And this is when I don't think that you have a gift. I think that it was given by the devil because you're being very slick and you're not telling people anything. You're just and I feel like you're using your gift to be a narcissist. um and it got on to us having an argument, and this he used to act like he told me he was a peaceful person and everything. And then it went on to him sending me pictures. um Not to I sent him a picture of a monkey because I told him he's a monkey. And he is. And then he went on to say, you think I'm gay. He said my father's gay and things like that, and talk about my mother. He even brought up my great grandmother. And my Gigi is my only living relative that I consider, and I don't play about when it comes to my Gigi. And if you really are so peaceful, why does it take so long for me to break you? Because I told him, and I said, you in a white man's world, you don't run anything. Because he kept on trying to be cocky with me, and and thinking that he's slick. And I saw right through him. He's insecure about his hair. His hair does have like a reddish, and that's a reddish like color to it a little bit. but he's still insecure because he's African and his hair is what they call nappy. And this is why I don't have sex with black men, is because I don't want to be around their black family that uses demeaning terms and against each other, like calling people nappy headed. I'm not interested in that. I prefer other colors of males. And this is why I continue to push cocoa women to dating outside, regardless of your bitterness because of slavery and all type and colonization and stuff like that. Because it has been a very great and open-minded experience, me talking to other colors of men. And I find more appreciating, just like I appreciate their features because I don't have it, and they also appreciate my features as well. And it's really lovely, and you won't get that from a black male really, because a lot of them are insecure about how they look because it's been put out there that they look like monkeys. And I'm the realest one to do it. I'm not going to keep anything up. And you can say I've seen white people, Latino people that look like a monkey, that look close. We are one species. Yes, we some humans can look like a fucking monkey. They do say that we come from a gorillas. Supposedly it could be a lie, we don't know, but I'm a pretty ass monkey, so that's cool. So I'm very comfortable with saying these types of things, um, and to be the one to call these types of things out. And he showed to me very much so that he's not peaceful at all, and it just become very disgusting. And I tried. He was the last person that I've tried so much, like the growing up in Chicago, the hood, these ghetto ass black males, to just see someone. I'm like, how the fuck do you forget that there's people in Africa and Caribbean? Why do you just assume that I'm your fucking race to the point where you're gonna come up to me and just say rude things? Don't call me sister. I'm the only child. I don't have any siblings, and I do not want to have any connection towards you at all. And I tried to, I'm like, okay, maybe just the Chicago males. And I tried to talk to African males, and he was just the last one. He kind of done it for me after like hearing that African skin bleach, and they're so insecure. I'm just so done with. I have appreciation for the African women. I think you're beautiful, but unfortunately, this is why I say I'm non-racenary. If I'm talking about them, you're gonna feel offended, unfortunately, because you did have them out of your stomach, and I'm not going to stop my words because of that. There was also this African male that was in my building that I knew. And then one day, I don't know why he was trying to make me jealous. He said something about light skinned people, and I just looked at him kind of weird because he's way darker than me. And he just like looked at me because trying to see my reaction from what he was saying. And I'm like, this is very disgusting that you're talking this way because you're grown as fuck. And you guys, I don't see when you guys say racist things like that and you try to say it's a joke. I don't see it as a joke because I know very much so much well that you guys are insecure because of what white men has done to you, and you guys are very insecure. So I don't see these as jokes. I see these as true insecurities. And what he does not know is I was raped when I was 16 years old, and the person that raped me, knowing my age, he still decided to come inside of me, take advantage of me, and all this type of things. And I also want to explain, my mother was also raped as well, by the person that had me, and the person that raped her was a male that pretended like he was conscious, but he really is a slave mentality inward, and that's the person that raped her. Um, and so I wanted to speak out against things like this, to have cocoa women to have an understanding, because you're going to continue to have this stereotype of being angry and bitter if you don't understand this. So you have to listen to what I'm saying right now, seriously. And I'm not saying this because of anger. I find very much so peace because I'm able to share these stories with people, and I see what is going on in the world, and I'm able to share these stories with people. So don't become under my comments, you being a narcissistic. I'm saying you're just bitter, angry. You're just showing that you're insecure. And when black males, they love to blame it on the ex. That's how I know that you black males know that you're not shit, because you always want to go resort to someone is upset about their ex. That's how I know that you guys know that you're not shit, you're not a good male, because you're going to blame it on someone's ex. As I've said, I've never dated. I'm energy sexual, and lately I'm really more attracted to more females than I am men. And I am on Tagged, and I'm going to make sure I'm going to keep on going live on Tagged to let all cocoa women know. Um, After slavery, the worst thing was to do was to give black males babies. They needed to be isolated and to find peace because they lost the sense of manhood because they were controlled for so long. They had to, fuck when they couldn't fuck like that. Be their sexual, a lot of their sexual energy was trapped because they doing stuff because the master told them to do. So this is why these behaviors that you see of them, why it's so disgusting. Now I'm back on the African males I was talking about, and he did not. As I said, I was raped, and when I hear things like that, it disgusts me because my son is with two white women, white as can be, and they're blonde. And you say something like that, that really disgusts the fuck out of me. And I had to tell him that shit. And I'm like, don't blame all men. What the fuck are you talking about? Why would you say something? I've also been with white men. That's why I lost my virginity to a white male. So, and I can make the product of a white male and me is a light-skinned baby. So why the fuck would you think that I hate light-skinned women? Also, my grandfather is Irish, has Irish in him, not fully Irish. He's a light-skinned male, what they would call a pretty boy because he's light-skinned. And even though I'm chocolate, my mother, she had a twin brother. My uncle passed away. Her twin brother was light, like either lighter than Drake or the same color as Drake. But my mom was chocolate like me. So as they said, like about Cocoa Woman having the Eve gene, I really think that is true because that's crazy how she was darker than him and he was really, really light. So I don't play these games when they try to put light skinned and dark skinned people against each other because my ancestors, my grandfather is light skinned. I have sex with white men. The product of us having sex to each other is a light skinned baby. So I don't understand why someone would think that it's cool to say that. And you are darker than me. You are doing nothing but showing me that you're insecure. And I saw him one time with a white lady, a big white lady. He likes to have sex with a lot of women. He has not had sex with me. Um, and I was with my white male friend at the time. His dick is really big. Like, oh my God, I love him. He actually told me he was related to Ronald Reagan. I don't think he's lying because I did not know that Ronald Reagan was even from Illinois, but I found out it was true. But that's the past, and I'm gonna go into how they say in the black community that Ronald Reagan put drugs in there. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit later in the video. And I saw his look on his face and stuff like that. I don't play these games, I don't think it's funny at all. And I know that you guys skin bleach a lot in Africa, so I don't even know why you're gonna play like these racist games. And it is racist, colorist, all this stuff. I'm tired of these new names coming out. It's one word, and it's ignorance, and that's all it is. It's nothing but ignorance. So I'm very confused on why. I'm like, why are people like this able to get gifts? I would think that someone that is peaceful and has calm and like, if the Lord is really real, why would you give, like, right now having the gift of like able to kill people? It would not be for me right now because I promise you I would kill a lot of black men right now if I had that gift. So, like, speaking of that, how can someone have the gift to read powers when they're not even peaceful? Why would they even be able to do something like this? Because they're using that power to be a narcissist. So I'm done with all black males, and I'm done. I didn't even have sex with these men. I've tried to just get to know them through energy so I don't have a bad taste in your mouth. So don't say that no, I'm not bitter about them because I've given several chances, and I don't care about if some are good because some are good. And I'm going to make another video about you. Your voice is not even loud. It's majority of males that are like this, and that's the reason why it's irritating. Now I'm going back on to Umar Johnson. Now I posted a video on Umar Johnson about fake masculine males, and there was this black American lady. And I call a woman Coco, but she's black because she's definitely lacking in sense. She stated that I took Umar Johnson's message wrong because there was a video of him making this year where he stated to Coco Woman, he's trying to tell Coco Woman, he's like, please don't give your seeds. Don't allow a white man to continue don't give them babies. Don't let them continue, their bloodline through you. And he was saying those type of things. She said that I got his message wrong, which that's not true at all. He said it exactly how he's saying, and he's been saying this for a very long time. I didn't get his message wrong. Is you are an older black lady who know about the civil rights movement, so you're closer to that time than I am, and you're still. I don't like to use this stereotype because not all cocoa women are like this. Bitter and angry, you want to be upset with white men. So even if these black males are not really saying the right thing, you're just going to support them because they are black male and you have sympathy for them because you do carry them regardless if they give them to you or not. Because a lot of these black males give children accidentally, just like a lot of colors and races. A lot of you motherfuckers don't even know that you're making babies. So when I hear that males always want to brag about you giving to us, a lot of you bitches don't even know that you're giving motherfuckers babies. So you can stop saying that. More babies are born not knowingly than there are babies that are born that are planned. And we're not gonna. You can look that up, baby. Um, And he said that, and she said, I missed. No, I did not. He said what he said, regardless of anything. If you're very intelligent, you could have said it the wrong or the right, a better way. And he's also going on. I just saw him on the Breakfast Club. I did not watch it because I'm not going to watch or give any support to what he's saying. Said that he's an alpha male and he supports relationships support, and he talks a lot about supporting black love, black relationships, but most of the women that he's with are light skinned, first of all. He's not even married, so how can you speak something that you're not even living? And this is where a lot of these black males, they don't rule. White men are dominant. They found a lot of power by speaking out against us in the black community, and this is how they're getting power and wealth. Now, I don't even understand how Umar Johnson can call himself a alpha male when you keep on speaking. Every time he spoke the white man, when you say the white man, every time I hear that come out of somebody's mouth in this age, I'm like, bruh, why don't you just say master? Because that's what I'm hearing when you say it like that. You might as well just say that's your master, because that's what it sounds like, the white man. When I hear that, it sounds so bitter. Like Umar Johnson is very bitter, and I advise all cocoa women. This is the fall of Umar Johnson, to stop listening to him. These males. I used to watch these males, and I had sympathy for them. But this was an eye opener this year. These males, a lot of them are bitter. You're saying you want racism to end, but you're being racist too. You're not spreading love. You're telling cocoa women not to have sex with white men, but unfortunately, for you, there are white men that are better than Umar Johnson. Regardless of what he's saying, you cocoa women are, a lot of you want to still be oppressed and you want to defend them because you're still upset. But you won't believe this. But there are white men that are better than Umar Johnson. Please do not think just because he's speaking consciously. As I said, that a lot of males are conscious, but they know these type. They're just speaking back things that they've heard already. And a lot of black males like to use this Anunnaki stuff, and they're taking that and running and walk around here like they're just the best thing on this earth when they're not. That was the past. You don't have a right to be walking around here so bold and cocky over some past things that that's not how you are portrayed now. Because what you are now is a slave mentality inward. And that's just the truth about it. And as I had to keep explaining, yes, I know I'm speaking harsh, but what I'm saying is real. This is not bitterness and anger for me being raped or anything like that. This is real stuff that I'm speaking. I genuinely do like white men better, and I'm not saying this. I like all colors. I like Pakistani men, Indian men, and Asian men. But as someone that used to listen to Umar Johnson, listen to males like this, I want you to understand that what they're saying, it's not right. They're not saying anything right at all, and it's not cool about what they're saying. It's not right. It's not right at all. Anything that they're saying, it's not right at all. It's not right anything that they're saying. For you to say something, you're just spreading more racism and bitterness in black women's hearts, and that's not cool at all for that person to be doing that. And now going back on the females, there's just so much to say about this situation. And a lot of males, as I posted in my last video, Roy v. Wade, and I'm really adding on to that video I made because I didn't want to make it longer. A lot of these males, like this video that I just watched, of these males, I'm going to show you right now as well. They were acting like, masculine males, gangsters, but they actually are gay. A lot of these males, you have to understand, not all white males raped them in slavery. I don't think they did. But majority of these males, they are secretly gay. You have to understand they're being so emasculated that they had to, have sex with each other so they can feel strong because they've been so emasculated. And a lot of women, y'all be saying, y'all don't want to leave because you just think the dick is so good. You never had sex with any other races, so how would you know that other races' dick is not good? Because I can testify, I've had sex with white men with big dicks naturally, and their dick is very good, and you're holding on to that stuff. Y'all holding on to these hood guys because their dick is so good. Their dick is so good because they have a lot to prove. They're oppressed and colonized, and they have slave mentality minds, and they have a lot to prove. And they like to fuck like this because they're trying to get over the gay feelings that they have, because they have a lot of gay feelings. So, like, with Diddy, they saying that he gay and he keeps on popping up with babies and stuff like that. You know, a lot of males like to do this because they want to get over these gay thoughts that they're having in their head. So they like to have intercourse with a lot of women, and they don't know how to be. I'm not defending black males when I say this, but you cannot put a lot of these things on them. Of course, they can't be fathers. Even the males in Africa, they're colonized. They're not even able to be leaders, males. So how do you expect them to be fathers? They can't even be. They're colonized. They can't even be a male, and you expect them, to be a father. Yes, you're going to be a single mother, and this is why majority of you are single mothers. These are not males. This 2023, it's almost 2023 in a couple weeks. Ladies, there's so many sex toys. It just came out with a rose toy and everything like that. And you keep on, like, you were worrying about penis and stuff. My pillow feel good more than, like, you keep worrying about, penis. You keep on giving this to stuff. There's stories about a lot of coca women that have taken men back in from jail, and these women have gotten STDs from men in jail because they were having sex with men while they were in jail. They have to put on this fake facade of masculinity. I don't see how the hell you can think that someone that sags their pants is masculine. They doing so much to prove that they're masculine, but they really just look emasculate. There's nothing manly about someone that sags their pants, and they can blame it on it's not the right size or belt. Why? It's because you guys steal so much and you look like a fucking gangster that you can't go into the fitting room and try on fucking pants that fit you, and you think that sagging your pants and showing your booty is way more manlier than you having tight pants that fit you. Please do not think that males like Louis Farrakhan, Umar Johnson, just because they don't sag their pants and they might be speaking more conscious things, please do not think just because they're saying these type of things that they are better males, because they are proven not to be. Umar Johnson is saying all these things, but he's not living it. He's using you, cocoa women, for wealth. He's using you. And you don't understand that because you want a strong black man to raise your, have your children. He's made a school and all that type of stuff. And with Cynthia G, I've seen a few of her videos on YouTube. What I don't support about her is she talks a lot about these black males, but I heard in one of her videos she stated that she wouldn't date outside her race. What the fuck is the point of you making all these videos about these black males? I think that she had, like, unlike how people might say about me, which is not true, I think she's stigmatized and upset that they're saying this because she liked their dick. And you have not had no other dick. And you keep on being pressed about this. Because why would you say that you're not open to other men, but you keep on complaining about these black men that you don't like? So I'm not really understanding, her platform. It just seems like just angry and bitter. Like she's the one that really sounds angry and bitter over what a black male has done. I'm not angry, bitter. I have a lot of color males that I talk to, not black males, white, Asian men, Indian men, Pakistani. I do not think about these men. I have so many love from other colors of men that I'm not worried about what they're, what they're doing. I'm not making videos because of this. Regardless of anything, my son not being with me, he's here, and he's with two white women, and I do not want him to grow up and see videos like Umar Johnson and these type of males and think that these are males that you need to listen to, because they're not. Umar Johnson is not an alpha male. Every time I see him, he looks angry and bitter and upset that he is not, that he's under white male rule, that he learned that they used to be Anunnakis, gods, and everything like that. And he's upset regardless if he's learning these stuff. There's still nothing that you can do about it but talk about it and make black people angry. And that's the only thing that he's doing, where he's getting his power from. And that's only making the community bitter. Yes, I thought some things that he was speaking with straight facts, but also, as I said, white men can be better than black males. Not all of them are like that. And I've met white men that are way better than Umar Johnson. He's not even good. And I've had white male friends that, they said they don't like how these African males are coming over here. They're being disrespectful to American women. This is not their fucking country. And he said he don't like how he's speaking to these women, and they have no respect for their females. And if you finding out you used to be a god or Anunnaki, or you're God's chosen people, if that is going to mean that you have no respect, like Nick Cannon. He talked about in a DJ Vlad video, like he talked about how white people put drugs in the black community. And he talked so much lately about these. He got so conscious around black people, a lot of black males like him. He's wearing turbans on his head, because regardless of anything, of him being a a celebrity, he's still a celebrity because of white people. So he had to find strength because he's still in being told by white people, just like when he got kicked off of American Got Talent. Now, the white guy that I was talking about, he is from Tampa, Illinois. He told me that he was related to Ronald Reagan. Now, we already had intercourse after that. So I don't know why he would lie before that. So I don't know why he would lie to get more pussy, because he's not rich and he's not getting money from being Ronald Reagan's cousin. And also he hangs around, like, black guys. That's why I stopped talking to him, because I'm just not interested in males that hang around black guys, because I don't want that mindset around me. It's like I might as well be with a black guy, if I'm going to be around that type of mindset. He also told me how, like, how they're saying, he watches YouTube, how they're saying white people are reptilians and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure if he's seen that he also seen how they're saying that Ronald Reagan put drugs in the black community. And black males have become a very much so a victim, and this is why they have to prove so much with their penis, and why people might think they fuck so good, which is not true. It's just because they have to prove so much, then they have to get over the fact that they have gay thoughts in their head. Please stop it. I don't even see how the hell. I'm not white, I'm not Asian, I'm not Latino, but I have big dicks, and y'all up there talking about that these black dicks are better and bigger than your men, when I've had your men's dick, and them motherfuckers were really, really good. Big, too. So I don't even know how you even talking about your own men like that for these slave mentality N-words. And he was saying that, but these black males always want to be a victim and blame white males. This is not manly, you blaming another fucking man. A man is, you action, you fixing that or doing something like that. And we're not going to say what a man is, because the times are changing. There's gay men, and there are more gay men than you think there are. And we're not going to talk about what a man or a woman is, because these gender roles are done. They're changing. But who sold these? It was black males that sold. White people, they may have dealt the cards, but as I like to say, you're still playing the game. They may have put drugs in the community or whatever, but it was them that sold these drugs, and they're still making money off these drugs. So how can you say something like that? And it was not even on this about the black community. In other countries, in Latin America, Latin Colombia, they guys got drugs too. They got a new drug called pink cocaine mixed with everything. So you guys always want to be a victim to every fucking thing. And I'm not, this is why I say I'm non-reactionary, because I'm not going to be a part of this victim mentality. Playing the victim. I'm already a victim to so much stuff. I'm not going to add on things to be a victim about. There's drugs a lot of places. They say Mexicans, in charge of the fentanyl. There's Mexican people on fentanyl. The white guy who told me that he was related to Ronald Reagan, and his mother could have told, I think, like how they said in Kenya, a lot of people in Kenya, they're saying that they're related to Barack Obama. So probably some white people, they might be lying and saying that they're related to Ronald. I don't even, so why the fuck you would say that when you broke as hell? You're not even getting benefit from it, so I don't know why you would lie. But he could be. But he does drugs as well. There's drugs in Tampa, Illinois, and this is a majority of white city in Illinois. There's not really black people out there, and it is only like literally a couple. It's majority white people, and that community also has drugs in there. So what do you have to say about that? And this is where Ronald Reagan was born. So a lot of these males that want to have so much control over females, and they're overly masculine, they're doing this because they know that they're not really manly. So you have to force all this control onto somebody, because if you really were an alpha, you don't have to force any control. It will willingly be given to you. It would just be given to you. You don't have to force control on people. And you're being overly masculine. That shows kind of you, like, you're gay. That you had to be so masculine to prove that you're a male. And I want to go back to the movie Moonlight. I just finally watched the movie Moonlight. And there was the movie about, the boy, he was, when he was a little kid, he was gay. And they knew he was gay and stuff like that. And then fast forward, after, he was fucking the guy and stuff like that, he went to jail. And then he became a gangster. And selling drugs with a gun and everything like that. But he was really gay. And this is like, I feel like a storyline for a majority of these black males. They put on this fake facade of being masculine when they're really not. It's just because it's like an act. Like, it's like a lot of act. And people always complain, oh, they're trying to make black males gay in the industry. There have been white men that have worn dresses too. So why the hell that every time it's a black male, y'all always want to say that they're just trying to make them feminine? These motherfuckers are gay too. Actually, this Haitian guy that I used to know, he told me that he's writing a book, whatever. He told me that, you know, black males were actually the first people to start being gay. He told me that. He said, because if people always want to say black people are the first people on this earth, you guys want to always say that shit, but you're not saying the other stuff. If they're the first people on this earth, that means that black people were the first people to kill. And TikTok, my video was so real that they tried to block this one when I said this. They were the first people to kill, and they also were the first people to be gay. Because if really people started off as animals and monkeys and grew to be humans, these motherfuckers did not know. They just wanted, they were horny, wanted to fuck anything. My proof, my cat. My male cat tried to have sex with his male kitten because he was really horny. This is a male kitten. He tried to fuck him. We don't, the male kitten did not know anything that's going on. People, and then also, oh my God, girl, I have so many stories to say. There's also this Indian guy that I knew. Now he's different than other Indian guys that I know because most Indian guys I know like are college. They were here on student visa. This one though, he was like kind of hood ghetto, Indian guy, and he was telling me and stuff like that he knows how to meditate. He's descended from people of the light. He told me that he can lie down and meditate. He can kill like a whole bunch of people. And he was telling me that. And he was telling me, oh no, all these things, and he just runs his mouth so much. I had to stop talking to him because I felt like he knew that he was so smart. He kept saying things to me, and I had to let him know again. I said, bro, I was like raped. Stop saying that whole shit. Stop doing that stuff, and talking like a black guy. That makes me uncomfortable. Just because I'm chocolate does not mean that I like being talked like this. And I had to let him know. And he's such a smart ass. When I was letting him know my rape story, he's like, I know, like, because he just wanted, because I was talking, and he loves to be the one that's always talking. He was like, when I was telling him, he was like, yeah, I know, he pulled your pants down and did all this. And that's not even what happened. He didn't even let me continue. You want to be a smart ass so fucking bad. You want to be right about rape. Why the fuck would you want to know about rape? Like, you want to be so smart that you want to say, and he was not even right about what the fuck he was saying. He just wanted to run his fucking mouth so much. So I continue to ask, why are these ignorant people the ones that are getting gifts? Narcissists, they're using their gifts. I'm the fucking female. I'm the one that should be getting a gift, not these fucking males. I don't want to just have the gift of healing. No, I wanted the gift of lying down and killing bitches too. And this is why I don't believe a motherfucker say this. And then he goes to say, he's like, I don't believe that black people are the Anunnakis. I find it so funny because you try to act like a black guy so bad. And then he also went on to say, that Lucy, she was not the first black human. I heard a little bit about that Lucy story. I don't know much about it, about them finding this girl that's Lucy. I didn't think that she was the first woman either. And I damn sure don't think her name was Lucy if she was the first woman. And, he was just trying to tell me that and thinking that maybe I thought. I've never said that, I've never even said that. He just wants to run his fucking mouth so much. I don't understand how these ignorant ass, narcissistic ass fucking people are able to have gifts. I would think so. I don't even know it. How can your gift has to be from the fucking devil? I think men are the fucking devil. Because I don't even see how the fuck you're able to get a gift. You don't deserve a fucking gift, bruv. Not at all. Especially when you want to be a know-it-all about rape. And you want to be a narcissist and you should have a gift. No, because these type of people like this, if you have a gift, they're going to use it to be a narcissist, to be evil. And this is the secret society that everyone keeps on talking about. I'm like super disgusted, bro. Like so many things that I'm learning. Not on top of that, the reason why I'm going so hard and making these videos, because as I'm explaining, these are supernatural, spiritual things that have been happening around me. Hell yeah, I'm finna talk about this shit. You didn't want me to talk about it. Don't bring this shit to me, bro. I'm going to definitely talk about this shit because I'm pissed off. You coming at me. You testing my character. And honestly, everything that has gone on this year, regardless of these demons trying to break me down, all you did, baby, was make me into more of a goddess. How are you a goddess, Isis, when you crazy? My crazy motherfuckers got the best pussy. You ain't know that? And I am a goddess because I have the power and ability to create, bitch. I am a goddess, bitch, not ISIS. My name might be ISIS, but fuck that bitch. I'm better than her. Fuck ISIS. And we're not, this whole fucking thing. I have a fucking issue with this. Like, just listen to every fucking thing I'm saying. I'm tired of people. I'm not upset because I want clout. I'm upset because I'm speaking straight facts and you bitches are not listening. You think it's a fucking joke. It's not a fucking joke. You want to feel sympathy for people so much. You're creating evilness. The best thing that for you motherfuckers to do is to let these black males be. They need isolation. You know, stop feeding into this bullshit they continue to spew. There was a survey that was given out on YouTube, and they asked mostly cocoa women, would you prefer a white male or black male to rule over you? And they said a white male, like 93%, if not 97%, that said that, and I agree too. You guys might be upset about what white men done, but you have to understand, men, white men, take whites off, men, any color, black males would have done the same fucking thing. We're not going to continue to act like when white people came that evilness was just in the world. No, there are African tribes that are still cannibals today. We're not going to just act like white people came and just, oh my gosh, evil just started existing. Let's stop playing these games, because you're not going to take credit for being the first people, but you're not going to also, if you are the first people, that means those Bible stories are about you, my friend. That means God was upset with you because you motherfuckers were being evil. That's what the fuck that means if you were the first people. Stop making them to be more victim. They're just, becoming a victim, and they find that you're getting your masculation from victimhood. So how the fuck are you an alpha male or masculine? Listen to what Umar Johnson's saying, and I listen to him. I'm listening. I listen to this, and I want you to also as well listen with an open mind. As I listened to Umar Johnson, I was not listening to judge or prejudge. I was listening to listen, not to speak, but to listen. And I listened to what he's saying in his bitterness. I'm not going to hate white people. As I live with white people, and also my son is white people. And a lot of white people, white men, just listen. Unfortunately, just research. There are white men that are better than Umar Johnson. I know it might be hard to hear because you have created your whole life over being conscious, over being pro-black, over being a black male worshiper, that you don't want to listen to this, but this is straight up facts. I'm so tired of talking. I don't even know what's much to say. These stories should be enough. And bitch, no, if I wanted clout, understand this. I will make a porn video with a white girl. Stop playing games with me. This is not for clouts. This is my life is in danger just by talking about this. I wanted to add, I forgot because this is like so irritating. I wanted to add that like Umar Johnson and a couple people that like are like him, they like to talk about how the women's liberation movement, how it stopped cocoa women from being better because they should have been in the community. Regardless of them not participating in the women liberation movement, it will still be how it is today. That is not the reason why the community is messed up. The community is more so messed up because you black males are emasculated, and you guys want to talk about the women liberation movement. But what I just learned out this year is that black males, they wanted to dominate it over white men so much that they were fighting to get access to marry white women, but they want to blame cocoa women for participating in the women's liberation movement, but they're not speaking anything about that. And this is what proves that these black, no, because they're not cocoa, these black males, what they're speaking about, that just proves right there that they don't really care about you guys. They just understand that you do have them. They don't really care about you guys, and they just want to make hell, and they're bitter. They just want to make hell for white people. They don't really care about you guys, because I don't even see how you can talk about women liberation, but you don't talk about how you guys wanted to dominate over white males so much that you were doing it around the same time. And actually before that, you were trying to get access to marry white women, but they want to blame it on the women. And this is what the victimhood with black males has continued to be. It is just blaming. They found power over just blaming. Louis Farrakhan is blaming, bitter ignorance. You guys really are God's Anunnakis. Why aren't you happy about learning this? Because every time I see Umar Johnson or Louis Farrakhan, these motherfuckers are always frowning. Why? Because regardless of what you're learning, you're still under white man's rule, rightfully so. Because really how they are, it is not time for black males to rule at all. They don't have a ruling mindset at all. They have an oppression mindset and a colonized mindset. And males, as I said, like to say that they're giving, but majority, especially these black males, these motherfuckers be giving babies out on accidents. And there's so many stories I'm hearing. I don't live in Chicago anymore, and in my city that I'm hearing that it's still a bunch of babies. There was a father just recently that just killed his daughter, a little girl. So I don't want to even hear anything about these black males. I don't want to hear anything about this profile documentary. And there's a lot of women, coca women that have a sense, at least like me, and they actually tried to ban the movie from coming out, because a lot of coca women are actually dying at the hands of black males, more a majority. So, and you can say that there are white people that are kidnapping coca women to take their melanin, but majority is still not going to take it away from majority being black males that are killing them. And they always like to say they like to, the news likes to make black men to be out to be evil people. And I find that so much funny, because if they did, then why are they're not reporting the black serial killer? Because there was a black male that was a serial killer just like Jeffrey Dahmer, and there was not even a lot of press on that situation. So they cannot be making you into be a monster, because there's so many stories that black males have done that can really make you into more of a monster that the news have not even reported. So we're not going to keep on victimizing this culture. Is this what you guys want to be? Because it has become very much so a victimized culture, an ignorant culture. They've gotten popular over ignorance. A lot of white girls that I do know, majority of them that are with black males are ghetto ass motherfuckers that are ignorant as hell, and that's the only reason why they can't connect to black males is because of their ignorance, and things like that. And also, I was on Tag yesterday, and they tried to ban me. There was this white girl who wears braids, and she's very ghetto, ugly as hell, to be quite frankly honest. And she had stated that I said that white some black males like to be with white girls because they want to feel superior over white males, even though the white males that even though you are not even what white men that have power want, because she is not what they want. And they still, but because they're so ignorant, they just feel like I'm fucking her, I'm fucking a white man. And then she tried to go on to say that no, they like to fuck us because we're softer. I'm like, did you hear that from black men? Or where are you getting that from? Because that sounds like a lot of things that they're saying. And she was like, no, I'm getting that from people I'm around. And I was like, I find that funny, because you're ghetto as hell, and you very more so more masculine than I am, and you're very fucking very ghetto. She is. She's pregnant, but she's on live talking to other men. Like, bitch, please get the fuck out of here, because you act like a fucking ghetto ass black girl. So I don't even know how the fuck they would say that you're softer, because you damn sure not softer, because you nothing but a white fucking version of a fucking Shaniko Shanae. So I don't even understand, why would you even say that you're softer? You have to have got that from black males, bitch. Because, and I had to tell her, have you been to Africa? Have you been to the Caribbeans? Because like, people like, they only know like ignorant ass motherfuckers. I love how you guys like to always come into the culture, but you don't know every fucking thing. But you only in the culture because of the ignorant side, the rap music, and all the ignorant shit, the fun shit that comes with being a fucking slave mentality nigger. And you're not, and things like that. You don't know about Ethiopian women, and Ethiopian women, they are in Africa, in some of them may have long hair. People have even Googled, are Ethiopian people black? And Ethiopians don't like to be called black. They say they're Ethiopian, which I understand, because I don't like to be called black. My skin is the color of chocolate candy. So I understand that. But yes, there are Ethiopian women that have long hair, and there are also Ethiopian women that have hair like mine. It's a mixture in the Ethiopian tribes. And Ethiopian women are way more soft and sweeter than her. So I don't even understand, like, she's an American female, so I don't even understand how the fuck you would say that about black women, because I don't even understand when you're talking about black females. I don't understand how people don't understand this, bitch. America was made after. You're talking about fucking Caribbean women and African women. I'm just so irritated. I apologize for cursing, but like, you're also speaking about them, and you do not know them. You don't even have probably enough money to even go to those fucking countries. I don't. You're sorry for saying that, but so how can you say that, and you're not softer at all? So a lot of these motherfuckers are ignorant, and it's unfortunate. Instead of like people, they're having unity. You can tell that these black males are sick. Instead of having unity, they have like it's always a fucking issue. Instead of having, they're making more racism because they're putting things in these white girls' minds, and these bitches are ghetto as hell. They're fetishizing black males because of rap music and because they're ghetto and they're ignorant, just like black males are. So they're stupid as fuck. Even I don't know how, even though they're white, so they're just listening to a lot of things that they're saying, and that are not true. So this is how it proves that a lot of these black males are just around these females for ignorant ass reasons. And how can you even say that? Because this bitch is ghetto as hell. Like, you might as well, just like with me, if I'm gonna, I don't want to be with no ghetto ass white guy. I might as well be with a fucking black guy. What the fuck do I want a copy? I prefer the original for. So it's proven that, regardless of anything, they have an issue. Just like Chrissy said on YouTube, you have an issue with someone's skin color and the fact that our hair is curly and it's not straight. And these black males are not going to say that. Some of them might say that, but you have the same fucking hair structure. If a coca woman, a white guy had a baby, the hair will be straighter, majority, versus if a black male and another race had a baby. They're the ones that give the nappy ass hair, and I don't call my hair nappy. I love my fucking hair, but I'm using their terms of what they fucking call themselves, and this is why I would never want to be with a fucking black male, because I don't like those type of terms. But I'm using what the fuck they call themselves. Making trends, they're just so fucking ignorant, and it's become popular. Like, black people have normalized this shit, and it's become cool. It's not weird to say these type of things. It's actually cool, to say these things. And I like the fact that you have turned the N word from being racist to like being a word that you use to greet each other. I don't like the word, but that's cool that you did that. Still doesn't take away from what the fuck it means. And then you get upset when someone else is using it. So it's very, this culture in Africa and Americas is very much so confusing, and I really have a hard time believing that anyone is a god or Anunnaki or anything like that with this type of behavior. It's just not giving it at all. It's not giving a god. It's not giving anything, and I don't want them to rule over. I don't know what's going to come, and even if it proves true, I'm still going to stay by my word because it's what they're showing. And regardless if they are, I'm going to make sure that they do not have power. I'm going to make it my goal that these black males do not have power. I don't want any of them. By the time it has time for them to have power, it'll be time for everything to end, and no one should be having power. We're going to have love. Love, baby. That's what we're going to have. No, so I'm not going to allow these black males to rule. And, it's just sympathy is what's allowing these people to have platforms. It's sympathy. And that's where it's coming off. It's sympathy. There was these black males. There's supposed to be a Goldman Sachs donation they might have did a couple years ago, and these black males, these alpha males, were telling these males to take the woman's money. The woman's money. A lot of these black males, they get put on by women. So the audacity of Kevin Samuels, these other males, to say you're alpha and to say that women are the weaker vessels and saying all these types of things. I don't even understand how you can say that, because a lot of you motherfuckers are the reason why you're put on is because of a female. I know a lot of black males. I don't know them personally, but I heard a lot of black males, especially because the jailbirds, these are women that's buying you stuff because they fucked them so good. Because, as I said, these males have a lot to prove. They have a pressed penis. They have a lot to prove. They don't feel like they're a man. So, they be doing, and they have to, get over their gay thoughts that they're having. So this is why their dick is not good. You just delusional, bitch. That's really what the fuck it is. You're delusional. Their dick is not good. Stop going on it, baby. And then these bitches getting fucked out of their minds so much, because they're insecure and they feel like maybe they're too ugly for another fucking race, so they want to continue to have sex. I'm gonna keep going on these motherfuckers. I'm just gonna let the fuck out. So they want to keep on having sex with these slave mentality N-words and giving them babies, and they want to buy them clothes and stuff. A lot of these males are put on by females. The fact that you was even say these things, they're put on by females. Kevin Samuels, he also was getting money from females as well. And so the fact that you want to say that females are lesser than you, he was getting money from females. And you can tell what's wrong with black females very much so, the insecurities that they have. They were calling this male and asking for advice, regardless, even though he was disrespecting them, and allowing other colors of women to come in and disrespect them as well. And they were still calling. So it shows how insecure you are, and you just want love so bad, regardless if it's from a slave mentality N-word. And it's really disgusting that this is what you want. Cook woman, elevate yourself. All women, all colors, elevate yourself. Stop just thinking, looking for love. I'm not saying, be an independent woman, because I'm damn sure I prefer a male to get it because they're ugly, they nasty. I feel like you need to be the ones getting on your hands and knees, and you can fix my motherfucking car. But definitely know about your car parts and learn about mechanics, because a lot of these motherfuckers, they will overprice you because they feel that you're a female and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And sometimes they feel that you're pretty and they want to keep your ass around a little longer, so they want to just make up shit so they can just have you around for a bunch of hours and stuff like that. Know your parts, but let these dumbass niggers get the fuck on it. Let these slave mentality inwards get on their hands and knees. And they fix it and stuff like that. Since you want to be an alpha male so bad, I'm letting you be a male. Now be quiet. A male sounds better when his mouth is closed, when you're doing action. I don't like a male that talks too much. Manhood has becoming so much talking, less action. They talk too much now. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. They talk so much. They talk a lot about nothing. Male manhood, they find that they're losing their manhood a lot. You know, they find that they're losing their manhood. Men don't hunt as they used to do. Most men, they buy their fruit from the grocery store. They don't hunt like they used to do. Manhood is changing, and they're fighting that shit. There are more, and a lot of these males that are upset with gay men, they're upset because if they gay males have these freedoms to do this, then they're going to be upset because they're upset more so that these gay males can live their truth and they cannot. And stop calling gay men punks, because they're not punks. They actually are stronger than you, because unlike your down low ass, they can admit that they're fucking gay and be cool being gay. Your ass is fucking having sex with people undercover. So we're gonna stop calling the gay males punks, because it take a lot of strength to take dick and ass, and we're gonna stop playing these fucking games. They motherfuckers, they're very strong. And some of these gay males, they're better men than straight men. Cause ain't nothing punk about taking dick and ass. I'm gonna tell you that shit right now. They not punks. They're not punks at all. These real punks are these males that are upset that that these gay males are here, because if they're gonna be like that, they're gonna probably start like feeling like, oh wow, they're upset that they're doing things that they've been trying to hide for a very long time, because they've been trying to hide. We all know that the butt is tighter than the ass, so the butt is tighter than the yanni. We know this. A lot of you males that are horny ass bastards, you want to have sex in the ass because it's tighter. That's cool, because you can't handle the real pussy. The pussy too strong for you. So yes, we know this. So we're not gonna keep playing lanes. But the women have assholes too. We also take shits. Our asshole is tighter too. So the fact, a reason why they will choose a man asshole is because males have dominated everything. They feel like they're the strongest species on this planet. So one thing, in turn, they have to dominate the last thing that they didn't, because they themselves. And they did so by fucking. If you look at a lot of porn videos, like, I don't look at porn, but I've seen, when I used to, I saw a lot of titles titled gay men dominating butthole, or a big white dick dominating chocolate giant chocolate pussy. And I heard, like, I was hearing those type of and that kind of just let me know what the male mindset is domination. So this is why males, misogynist males, that's why I said, are you really misogynist or are you gay? Because for someone to say that you hate females, that, and you saying that you're a straight male, that cannot be so. You cannot be hate females and be straight. I don't, these sick ass terms that keep on coming out, and it's just like so normalized. And I don't understand how these are normalized and they're seen as that term, like racism. Some people are not more so jealous than they are racist, and then we keep on using these terms when we really need to use the real term. Because if you hate women, baby, and you're straight, you can't be straight and hate women. You definitely are secretly gay, and you're down, and you're secretly gay. These are the word term misogynist really means a male that cannot come out the closet. So instead, he wants to say that they hate women, because you're really gay, and that's just it. You're very much so gay. They feel that they're so special that they have to put females down, because even though they come out of us, they suck on our breasts, they do all that in return. They come from using our bodies, sucking on our breasts, coming out of it, and then they get older, to then they go back to using our bodies by having sex. And a lot of males, if they tell you they feel better when they have sex, because our bodies are, a woman's body is a healing, we are healers. So a lot of males feel that they lose they get stressed off by having sex. You know, they put a lot of energy into having intercourse with us, so they don't want to lose us. And that's the real thing that they're not going to say, because if they say this, they're going to feel like they're weak. They don't want to lose us. So instead, they want to make us feel bad and feel like that we need them, so that they can keep us, because they're a man, and a man is, you know, they can't give off their true feelings. They got to hide their feelings, because a real man is hiding their feelings. The real man is not being real, it's actually being fake. That's what a real man is. If you read the book 48 Laws of Powers, most of that books is about someone really being fake so they can get power. It's about you know, being fake to someone that's over you so that you can have power. And that, you know, that's what a real man has become. And as you can notice my voice, I'm being sarcastic, because that's not a real man. A real man that loves being a man, love woman. That's what the fuck you do. You understand what I'm saying? A real man that loves a man, you appreciate what you have come out of, and you understand that this is a part of life. Just like a plug needs an electric socket to have energy, and that's what a male will, a real man will understand. You know, that's what a real man would understand. But, you know, they have self-control issues, you know, and this is why I'm going so hard, because of being raped. I'm going so hard on these situations, because men feeling like we're beneath them and that we're a weaker vessel, that allows them to feel that they can get away with raping us, that it does not matter if they rape us, because they're a man, and this is man nature, and this is what manhood has become. And it's not cool to rape somebody. If you're a real man, then you know, you talk to the female to get sex from her. You know, you don't have to forcefully have sex with her. If you do that, it kind of shows that you're not a real man at all, because you are not able to woo a woman with your energy, that you had to forcefully have sex with them, you know. And we're not going to argue about this, because it is very much so true. I do study this very much so a lot. And that is why a lot of males feel that they can rape us, because they feel that they're weaker, that we're weaker than them, and that they can just do anything to us, and it's okay for them to take out their sexual anger on us in type of ways like this. And this is why rape is here. And that just simply is that. It's because of things like actions like Roy versus Wade, misogynist males that find that, you know, this is why this is here. And I'm so irritated that women are not watching my videos, because you guys should be understanding this, and the fact that you don't is really disgusting.